Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I want to welcome you here tonight. If you have been here before, welcome back. And if this is your first time, I'm so glad you tuned in. I want to say hello to everybody over there on Rumble. Really appreciate you guys watching. So I have a couple of announcements, and then we'll get to some other stuff. Hello, Marcia. Nice to see you. Hello, Thomas. How are you doing out there? I want to thank you so much to all of you who have sent in testimonials for our shows or our show house. You know, we really appreciate that. And that's really one nice way that you guys can give back and show your gratitude for what we do. It's just by writing a little testimonial. And Tiffany has made it so easy because you can go right to the Goldylocks Productions website. Just click on the testimonials link up at the top of the page, and a little box will pop up, and then you can write your testimonial there and submit it. So it makes it really, really easy. And you don't have to write a lot, just a sentence or 2, 3, it'd be great. And I know we really love getting your feedback. So thank you to those of you who have done that, and thank you to those who are thinking about it and are going to do it in the future. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. Hi, Sam. I'm glad you guys could all tune in. So, as I have told you guys, I have some amazing special guests scheduled for this summer and some words of wisdom special guests as well. Caroline Carey, the psychic medium of Sarasota, was going to be my special guest tonight, but we had to reschedule. Her laptop decided to take a dump. It didn't want to be here this week, I guess. And her new one's arriving later this week, so she wasn't able to be here with us tonight. So I do apologize for that. But we're going to reschedule that, so I will let you know in the future when she is going to be on. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. Thank you, Kim. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate that. So, and for those of you that don't know, Goldylocks Productions has a new show. And it's with Paige Ozma Sullivan. She has joined Goldylocks Productions. Her new show, Power of You, is on every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And you may have seen Paige on my show a couple of weeks ago, on Tiffany's, or on Robin's. And she does these amazing past life readings. She does a lot of great other stuff too. So I really hope you'll tune in and check out her show because it's really amazing. Now, next week, we're going to have the Words of Wisdom segment. And Laura Ramiro is going to be here to talk about her healing from grief and loss. You may remember Laura. She had the Angels and Healing Light show, and she still does all of her angel work and all of that. And she's got a lot of new projects going on. And she's going to be here to share her words of wisdom. So I'm really excited about that. So we've got a lot of great guests to look forward to this summer. I'm really excited about that. And, I don't always do messages. It depends on, if there's a certain topic I'm talking about. A lot of times it just isn't time. But when I do, those messages are freely given to all who ask, as long, as time allows, of course. A donation is not necessary. It's not mandatory. However, going forward, what we're doing is, if you would like to receive an additional perk during the live show, you may make a donation of $5 or more, and your messages will be first in line and in the order that they're received, and you'll get just a little bit longer message. That's just for us to show you our appreciation. Now, please note the donations of $4.99 and below will go towards the show host, and my production costs, which means no additional perks of moving up the line, etc. You will still receive a message, though, as time allows. Thank you in advance for your donation if you choose to donate. If you would like to send a tip or donation, you can do that via my Venmo at Ruth Saltman. That's RUTH-SOLTMAN. Or super chat or super sticker on YouTube, or a Rumble rant on Rumble. The Venmo option is preferred as it allows us to keep 100% of your donation. It's very much appreciated. My spiritual business is how I make a living, so of course every dollar helps. If you would like to sponsor this show or any of the Goldylocks shows, you can contact Tiffany White Sage Woman, our producer, to find out how to do that. So I'm going to do my little, let's take a few deep breaths and, fluff off some of this energy that we've been carrying around all week. It's been a crazy week. Let's just take a few deep breaths in and out. And in and out. And just relax. Feel that tension leaving your body. One more time. As we gather here together, we ask for our spiritual tribes to come in and form a sacred circle around us. We ask for all of the angels and archangels, all of our guides and angels, our healing angels, our higher selves, and all of our ancestors that have gone before to join with us now. We ask our spiritual tribe to wrap this sacred circle in a beautiful light-filled bubble of the highest vibration of love and light. We also ask that we be open to all messages that we receive, and that we receive them with a love-filled heart and an open mind. We ask that they help us to heal and be for our highest and best good. We ask that we hear exactly what we need to hear, and that we feel it at our very core. We ask that all messages be given and received with the highest vibrations of love and light. And so it is. I saw a couple more people jump on here. And Kim said, yeah, she loves the new show. Paige is amazing. And Paige is amazing. She is absolutely amazing. I love her show as well. And if you haven't seen it, it just started last week, so you only have 2 episodes to catch up. So I had a couple of interesting things happen this week. First, I will tell you that the heat here has been incredible. The heat index has been like 110 every single day for the last, I don't know, I've lost count. And everything going forward from what I've seen in the forecast, that's not going to change anytime soon. So between that and all of this new energy, the full moon energy, and the Reiki class that I co-taught with Tiffany and Melissa a few weeks ago, the energy with me has just been insane. All week I've just kind of been dragging and feeling kind of crappy. And I knew that's what it was. And I've been drinking more water, hoping that'll help, which it does help to a certain extent. But yesterday I kept thinking, I think I might cancel my show. I'm just not feeling up to it. And then the same thing today, I felt like that. I thought, well, I'll see how I feel in the morning. And I just can't get myself going. So I was watching Paige's show today, and she was talking about using your body as like a pendulum. And it was very interesting. So I thought, I'm going to try this. And so I asked Spirit, should I cancel my show? And of course, the answer it gave me was no. And I said, should I do my show tonight? Because I'm thinking in my head, okay, I really need to just rest and, feel better and stuff. And then it said, yes, I should do my show. So I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, I get it. I'll do it. And ever since that moment when I agreed, I have felt so much better. I feel like back to my usual self. I don't feel the intense heat running through me. Like my body has cooled off. It's just crazy. It's when you make that decision, just like that. I knew that's what I was supposed to do. And, it really made a big difference. The last week we were talking about intuition, and we did a bunch of intuition exercises that I heard from a lot of people that they thought it was really fun. So I appreciate that feedback from you guys. I had a lot of fun with it myself. And a couple of interesting things happened to me this week with my intuition. Like, I know, like, when I first started using my intuition, I had to really, like, I don't know if this is going to come out right, but like, I had to think about it. And I don't mean so much think about it like it was coming from my mind, but think about it as far as, how do I feel about this? Let me tap in. And after using it over and over, I find that it just flows so much more naturally. So I was playing a game. My grandson Brandon was here for a few days, and he loves to play Yahtzee. And we're playing Yahtzee, and he rolled. I don't know if you guys know about Yahtzee. It's an older game. We played it when I was a kid. So to get a Yahtzee, you have to get 5 of a kind. You have 5 dice. So he rolled 3 2s. And he's always got to go for the Yahtzee because he always wants to get that big one. So then he rolls the 2 dice he had to roll over. And he got like a 4 and a 6. And he looks at me. His eyes get all big. He's like, well, maybe I should have rolled for something else. I go, you're going to get a Yahtzee. And it just like, and the next roll he did. But it was just like, I didn't think about it. It just like came out of my mouth. And I was like, where did that come from? Because it wasn't like a thought or anything. It just like, there it goes. So I thought that was like so cool. And especially since he did get the Yahtzee, he was pretty excited. He's like, how did you know? But a lot of times I love it when it flows that freely. And then another thing happened to me today on Paige's show. Paige makes these beautiful drawings before the show, and you can make a donation of $5, and she will send you a digital copy. Well, what she did today was she put all of them together, all the names together of the people who bought that, and she's going to send them the physical copy. So I'm scrambling, and I'm trying to get my donation in, and her name's not coming up. It's not coming up, and I'm getting kind of frustrated. But I have had a lot of technical issues with, like computers and stuff in the last few weeks. But then if I get flustered, then it just, makes that decrease that energy more, and it makes the situation worse. So I just tried to be calm about it, and it just would not go in. Well, I figured out I was trying to PayPal her a Venmo. So when I finally realized that, and I sent it to the right one, and then I emailed her and, told her, I said, I got mine in, and she sent me the digital copy and, said that she was going to do the drawing. And when she first announced this on her show, that little boy said, you're going to get the copy. And so I submitted it, and I told her, and I see a notification like 5 minutes later or less on my phone that I have an email. And as soon as I saw it, I said, Paige is notifying me that I won that photo or picture that she drew. And sure enough, she did. And it was just so amazing. And like, it's like, part of me was just like totally blown away. But part of me, was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. But it's just such a great feeling when your intuition just flows so freely like that without even thinking about it. So I just wanted to share that stuff with you guys. Hello, Linnell. Nice to see you. Linnell says, I just sleep here and there. That's helped a ton. I bet it has. 10 minutes here, 30 minutes there. It's pretty darn cool. But Tiffany says, come on, Ruth. We know you twitched your nose and made it happen. Bewitched. I would love to be able to make things happen like that. That'd be so cool. Boy, I've been making a lot of stuff happen like that. But what you were saying, Linnell, about the sleep, yes. And one thing, like for me, started last week. My 12-year-old granddaughter came and stayed for a few nights. Then when she went home, her brother came. Then when he went home, his other sister came. So these kids used to go to sleep, even in the summer, like 8:30. Oh, no. They stay up till 10, 11. So I've been staying up later. And that hasn't helped my sleep situation because I was getting in this really good groove of going to bed about 8:30. And didn't always fall asleep at 8:30, but I was trying to get myself into that because I do get up early. And, I do enjoy sleeping a lot more than I did when I was younger. But I just thought that was pretty cool. So I thought tonight that, oh, thank you. Sarah says, woohoo, congrats on winning the painting. And it was so pretty. It's like a goddess lotus, wait, a lotus goddess. I forget what you called it, Tiffany, but it's just so cool looking. So I thought tonight we would do some messages, and I have my affirmation cards, which I thought, I might use those too. But I have some new cards that I'm going to share. And, I was talking about that Laura's going to be here next week. Oh, thank you, Sam. Sam says, missed the show, so we'll check it out. Oh, sure. I would love to give you a message. A few months ago, I had a reading with Laura, and she said, are you making a deck of cards? And I said, well, yeah, actually, I just finished it, and, I had submitted them or whatever, and I was waiting to get mine. And that was these cards here, my manifestation cards. And she goes, no, that's not the one. She goes, I see another one with butterfly on it. And I'm like, okay. And as she's giving me this reading, like it's popping into my head what I'm supposed to do. But then she told me she saw a third deck as well. So we'll see if that happens. But I do have these now, transformation cards. And I'm going to use these a little bit tonight for some messages. Let's see. What have we got here? Sam. And like these are, let me tell you, there's 54 cards in this deck. And these are quotes from my various books that I was guided to share in this format of the cards. So, my intention, of course, is that you get some encouragement, or that, it helps assist you on your path. So let's see. And I have to say, if anybody is thinking about making a deck of cards, it's so much easier than you could ever imagine, because I'm not one of these people that can do a lot of this stuff, but that's what they have programs for on the computer. And Canva is wonderful at designing stuff. Absolutely wonderful. But I will say that everything I've done on Canva has looked 10 times better in the physical form. So just so you guys know that, if you ever make anything on there, I did all of my book covers on there, and everything just looks so much better once it's actually in the physical instead of in the computer world. Because, when you make stuff like that, you really never know until you get your final product, because the colors can be a little bit off, or something could be askew, and you don't know until, it's too late. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah said those look pretty. Kim said, very nice cards. I would love a message. Alrighty. Well, Sam, I'm going to give you a message. Let's see what we have for Sam. It says, kindness is never wasted. Kindness always matters. And that's so true. And, sometimes we go out of our way to do something for someone and show someone some kindness. And then this just reminds me of a story. When we were traveling, years ago, me and my mom, and I think maybe my daughter Kristen came to Texas to visit. My other daughter and her husband lived here. And someone came up to my son-in-law and asked him, I guess said he was stranded. He needed gas money or something. So anyways, he helped him out. And then someone told him, oh, he's just a scammer. He doesn't really need gas. He's not really stranded, blah, blah, blah. Now, my son-in-law did that with the best of intentions. So do you think that kindness was wasted, even though, it didn't end up maybe where he intended it to? Of course not. Kindness is never wasted, ever. any kindness that you put out into the universe, it's going to come back to you in so many ways. And I have another card for you, Sam. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate that. And I love these cards too. These are those self-love oracle cards that I've been using. And they kind of just give you a little maybe focus on different chakras that might need some attention. Let's see what we have for you, Sam. Ooh. Oh, it says the gift of command, your throat chakra, speaking your truth. And I don't, this not necessarily for you, Sam, this part of it, but I'm guided to say this, that, in order to speak our truth, we have to know what our truth is. And sometimes, we don't always know that. And it is a learning process. But if you feeling a little tightness in your throat, maybe, Sam, then there's something that you're needing to say to someone that you haven't said. And this does not mean it's something like, very over dramatic or anything in a bad way. But there's just some stuck energy there that you're going to be able to release by saying what it is that needs to be said. So I hope that resonates with you. And Thomas, message for my co-worker, Quentin. Quentin. Oh, Quentin. You are worthy of everything good. Believe it. Hello, Melissa on Rumble. So I don't know if everything good. Sometimes we don't have that much faith and confidence in ourselves, or we don't feel that we are worthy of the good that is coming to us. But you are, and you need to believe that, and you need to feel that, and you need to live your life in that way. Because if you don't feel that you are worthy of the good that is coming to you, you're going to block it from coming to you. You're going to stop it in its tracks. And it's just going to be an obstacle for you. So you have to get rid of that feeling that you're not good enough or you're not worthy enough, because you are. And you want to attract all that good into your life. You don't want it to, go somewhere else. And also, you got the star card of good fortune, Quentin. Look at that, good fortune. So you need to increase your self-confidence, your self-love, your self-worthiness, so that all this good fortune can come to you. It's one thing you would never want to block and stop from coming to you. And Thomas, I will give you a card as well. So I hope that resonates with you, Quentin. Sam says, I just spoke out my truth today and may be going to get into a lot of trouble, I think. Oh. But, I don't know. When you stand in your truth, and you're being honest and you're being who you are, maybe that might get you into some good trouble, or maybe it might make some changes that need to be made. Hello, Devin. Nice to see you here. Oh. Okay. I'm dropping my cards all over. Okay, Thomas, let's see what we got for you now. Oh. You got the same card as Quentin. Look at that. You are worthy of everything good. Believe it. You've got to stop standing in your own way. You're the obstacle that is blocking what you want from coming to you. Get out of your way. And believe that you deserve it, because you do. Believe that you deserve it, because you definitely do. And you need to learn to love yourself more. I know you have a lot of love for everyone in your life, but you need to focus that love and that care on yourself as well. And, people are so busy in their lives and everything that it's so easy to forget that. But you need to remember that. And flow with life. And I think this has to do with you getting in your way. Go with the flow, let things just happen naturally. Don't try to get in the way. Don't try to, put up roadblocks. But just go with the flow of things. And I'll tell you, when you do, life is so much easier. So much easier. So I hope that resonates with you. And then I know Kim, I saw Kim on here. Let's see what we have for Kim. Kim. Kim, if you want to heal humanity, you have to heal yourself first. And a lot of us want to change the world, and we want to do this or we want to do that for humanity or for this large group of people. And there's all these different charities, in the world, which are wonderful, and they help a lot of people. But you have to remember to do yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Heal yourself first. Because otherwise, how are you going to help anyone else? You're not. You're not going to be able to help anybody else. You can't drink or you can't give from an empty cup. You have to fill yourself up first. So just, always remember that. If you want to heal humanity, you have to heal yourself first. And, when we say we have to heal ourselves, that does not mean we're going to be perfect human beings, because we're not. We're always going to have some kind of work that we need to do, right? We're always going to have some kind of work we need to do. But the important thing is that we need to do it. Not just say, oh, I would like to make these changes in my life. Now, this isn't necessarily for you, Kim. But, a lot of people will be like, well, I want this to change and I want that to change. But they keep doing things the same way. So how is anything going to change? You can't change it, change the outcome if you're not going to change, the process and the thoughts. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. But a lot of people think that way, Okay, and Kim, I am who I am, your crown chakra. And I know you've done so much healing work in the last few years. And I know you're very in touch with who you are. And I know that this is just expanding and expanding more and more all the time. And that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And look at, I love this picture. Look at her around her head. It's so cool looking. It's like a little crown, but focusing on the crown chakra. And, that's where our connection with source is. And you can just feel the energy coming through the crown chakra and filling your body. And when you do, that's going to rejuvenate all of you. So keep up all that good work, Kim. That's so awesome. Okay, so Sam, well, that's good, Sam. You don't think you got in trouble at work. Says he's very diplomatic at work. Thomas says, thank you so much for the perfect messages. You are so welcome. Tiffany said, at home is where you should be speaking your truth the most. As long as you don't curse like a pirate when you do it. That's pretty funny, Tiffany. But yes, we have to live in our truth, and we need to live in our truth all the time. If we're not living in our truth, what are we doing? We're being fake. We're being phony, and we're living in someone else's truth. And we certainly don't want to do that. Let's see here. If anybody else would like a message, just let me know. I know I missed some people up here. I'm going to go back. Marsha. There you are. And, I said that without thinking. Sorry. I always have this urge when I'm on with Carol Ann. I always have this urge to say, Carolyn, I've got this message for you that they're wanting me to tell you. And then to be like, oh, what is that? And I started to do this a couple times, but I can't do it with a straight face. They want you to go to the light, Carolyn. And it just, from the movie Poltergeist. And Carolyn has gotten such a great sense of humor, but I think about this a lot. But I cannot ever just do it with a straight face. So I think she'd figure it out before I even got started. But I just love her to death. She is so funny. Okay, so Marsha. Let's see what we have for Marsha. I always think it's really crazy when like the same card will be coming up over and over. It's like, are there only like 2 cards in the whole deck? No, there's 54. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Marsha. In order for you to move on in life, you have to let go of the things that are holding you back. So what's holding you back? What's keeping you from moving forward? Obviously, only you know that. And sometimes we feel stuck and we don't even know why. So we have to try to figure it out. And I feel like something may be holding you back. Maybe it's like just a little hesitation. It could be like, fear of doing something different. I don't know. But whatever it is, just release it and let it go. Oh, Marsha, thank you. Marsha says, oh, love your hair, Ruth. Well, thank you. Kim said something nice about my hair too. I appreciate that. I'm one of those people that all my life I've really never had very nice hair. And since I stopped coloring it, like in 2018, my hair is so healthy now that I almost can't even believe it. Marsha, the gift of gratitude, your heart chakra. Feeling all that love. And just let everything that you do come through that heart chakra and through that love. I know you do. And Marsha is such a sweet, sweet, sweet person. I just love her to death. And I appreciate you being here. So, just I guess that's just a reminder for you, Marsha, to keep doing things through your heart chakra. Feel it all through your heart. And, when we come from a place of love, I think it's so much more meaningful what we do and say to ourselves and to the other person. And, we should, a lot of us especially, should filter what we say through our heart chakra before it comes out of our mouth sometimes. Because, it doesn't take any more effort to say something nice to someone than it does to be nasty. And Marsha, that's not directed at you. That's just, in general. It doesn't take any more energy at all to say a kind word than a nasty word. I see on social media a lot, the most and this is not like TikTok, which I've heard a lot about. But I see Facebook now has these reels, and every once in a while you'll see one, and I'll look because I'm curious at how many views it gets. And there was a woman dancing to a rap song while she's putting her dinner in the crock pot. Like 60,000 views. Really. I personally don't get it. I really don't. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with her doing that, but I mean, some of the videos out there that are so ridiculous, just ridiculous. I guess this is what people started doing in 2020 when they had to stay home. I don't know. But now, not really sure. But you see a lot of this. Or you'll see the caption of something about something that like they put it out there to get your attention. And then once you like look at the article, it's got nothing to do with what the title of it even was. But they just do that to get your attention. we need to focus more on the positive, happy things that are out there. Okay, Linnell, know that you truly are good enough. And you are. You are more than good enough. Sometimes we can go through rough patches in our life when we, feel kind of down on ourselves. And that's normal, right? Because we're human. And the important thing is to be able to pick yourself back up, right? And, know your value. Don't ever let anyone devalue you. And the gift of gratitude, the heart chakra, Linnell. Look at that. And I know you live right through that heart chakra. I see a lot of what you do and the things that you say, and it comes right from love. And that is such a beautiful thing. So they want you to know that they recognize that and they appreciate that. And they appreciate all that love that you are putting out into the world. And, as everything like that, it ripples out. And that's why it's so important to do the right thing, to stand in your truth, to live from a place of love, to be kind, because all of that you do ripples out. So if you're doing a lot of negative stuff, that's going to ripple out too, right? And we don't want that. We're trying to spread our love and spread light. That's what we're trying to do. Oh, Linnell. I know. Yeah, I can't read that one. That's nice. Okay. Ooh, change, Linnell. You got the card of change. It says miracle. There's so many changes going on for you. Sometimes it probably feels like, I don't really want to say a tornado, but it probably feels very forceful. And, change is good. Change is good. And never be afraid to step out of that comfort zone because, that's where all of the rewards are outside of your comfort zone. So I hope that resonates with you, Linnell. And let's see. Oh, Heather. Heather says, holy cow, Ruth. Did you hit the nail on the head for me with that? Filter what you say through your heart chakra before you say it. That even made me cry a little. Oh, well, see, I think you were the one that needed to hear it then, Heather. I'm so glad. Marcia says, oh, thank you. Yes, I was pretty hard on my daughter this week. But it was spoken out of love, just a little loud. I can understand that, Marcia. I've been there. But in the end, as of just today, she quietly listened to me. See, that's wonderful. And sometimes, and most of you all know this, when the universe is trying to give you a message, it will just like tap you lightly on the shoulder, and then it's going to hit a little harder, and then it's going to keep on getting louder and louder until you listen. So that's what it was like with you, Marcia. You probably tried telling her nicely the first few times or quieter, and then you finally had to get louder, but then she listened. So that's wonderful. I love that. Let's go back up here. Don't want to lose my place. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, you are whirling sparkles of love and light energy dressed in human form. Aw. Whirling sparkles. I love that. I love it. And it's very true. And I mean, we all are, right? We're dressed in our human form, which is our body. But we are light. We are love, just swirling around. And the more things we do that raise our vibration, the brighter our light is going to be, the brighter our love is going to be. And it says your other card is soul lesson, surrender. Now, surrender. Get out of your way, Sarah. Whatever you're stopping yourself from doing or blocking yourself from doing or having second thoughts about doing, do it. Just surrender. And surrender just means get out of your own way. It doesn't mean you give your power to anyone or anything like that. Surrender, I mean, it sounds like a scary word. And that's what I used to think until I actually figured it out one day. And it's just getting out of your own way. That's all. So you need to do that. And see, I think I'm, Devin. I know I saw a message here that I was going to read, but I think it's down farther. Okay, so I'm up to Devin. Tiffany said, "That is too funny, Ruth. You could pull that off with Carol Ann." Giggles. I don't know, maybe, but it's just so hard to do it with a straight face. And I even tried practicing, but every time I start to say the words, I start laughing. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll just be in the right mood. Okay, Devin. I had to remember where I was at. Oh, see, look at this now. This is so interesting that a lot of the same information is coming up on these transformation cards. And it's all about us feeling that we're good enough, knowing that we're good enough, knowing our value. Know that you truly are good enough, Devin. So this is like a universal themed message right now that maybe we're not feeling like we are. We are not standing in our power of who we are. We are not valuing ourselves enough. We are not feeling that we are good enough. And can you ever remember anybody out there, like when you were a kid and you're something you wanted really bad, and maybe you did one little thing, and then your parents are like, "You don't deserve that anymore," and or "Why do you think you deserve that?" Well, you know what? You deserve everything. You deserve all the good is coming to you. You don't have to do anything for that. That is who you are. But that's, of course, not how we were ever taught. So sometimes we think we do some little thing and, oh, well, I don't deserve any good coming to me now because I lied about that, or, whatever it was. But we do deserve it. The truth is, you are everything. And this is all talking about change, Devin. Change. Wonderful miracles of change coming into your life. So that's beautiful. Oh, I like that picture. Wait, looks like that animal almost has human eyes. So I hope that resonates with you, Devin. Okay, Heather. Heather. Oh, Heather, this is a good one. Triggers are a gift. They can shine a bright light on areas in which you need healing. Now, when we get a trigger, and when something happens and it triggers something in us, whether it's anger from a situation like that happened before or whatever it is, it never feels like a gift when it happens. I know. Triggers are a gift because they show you where you need healing. If you're in a situation and you get that, it triggers you and it makes you like really angry, and the situation that's going on, there's no reason why it should make you angry, but something about it triggered you and triggered you back to an unhealed situation in the past. That's how it shines a light on where you may need some healing. So, triggers, although they can be very painful and very tough to go through and to deal with, they really are a gift because they will help you to heal past issues. And you know what? Once you heal those issues, those things aren't going to trigger you anymore because they're just going to be gone. And for me, when I was going through my massive healing, that was one way I knew how much I had changed and how much I had grown and evolved, because I could be presented with a situation that I had been presented in the past, which caused me a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, you name it. And I didn't feel any of those things. I felt so much love and compassion for the person that was presenting those things to me, because I knew how much pain they had to be in. So I saw it from a completely different view. It wasn't from that, why are you doing this to me? It's more, wow, how hurt are you inside that you are doing this? So once you start that healing process, you can totally see it from a different perspective, a much kinder perspective, a much more loving perspective, because you heard that saying, hurt people hurt people. So when people are hurting, they lash out and they want to make other people miserable sometimes. And Heather, the gift of knowing, your third eye chakra. Ooh. So I feel like maybe that's opening up more for you, and you're starting to let that intuition flow more. Don't, whenever you get any kind of information or messages, know where it's coming from. It's your intuition. So just let it. And if you feel any pressure in your forehead, that can be a sign too that it's starting to open up even more. And as it does open, you will begin to see things so much more clearly, and you will be able to see them more quickly, more clearly. So it's going to really make a big difference for you in your life. So I hope that resonates with you, Heather. Okay. Marsha. Hello, Jerry. Nice to see you. Jerry says, it is really scary to surrender. That it can be, yes. It can be very scary. Melissa, I got her. But surrendering only means to get out of your way. Because how many times in life have we wanted to do something, but we stood in our own way and blocked ourselves from doing it out of fear? That's how I felt when I was going to publish my first book. The only thing that was stopping me was myself. And once I realized that, I was able to overcome it, because there was really nothing for me to be afraid of. And, I don't want to lose my thought here. Melissa, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. And, I know, you see sometimes in movies, and somebody will do something to someone else, they'll be like, I'll never forgive you. And I think, how ridiculous is that? You are not hurting that person at all. It's like you're drinking poison yourself, because you're only hurting yourself by hanging on to situations like that. Forgiveness is a wonderful gift that we do give to ourselves, because when we let go of that situation, we are the one that benefits. If someone has done something to us, or we feel they have done something to wrong us, they probably could care less about forgiveness, or, if we are angry with them for the rest of our lives. That the only person that it affects is us. So we have to let that go, definitely. And when you do let go of that and you forgive, you feel that release. You feel that anxiety go away. And sometimes the hardest one to forgive is ourselves. Sometimes that's the one we really have to work on. Melissa, I love this for Melissa. Flow with life, because Melissa is always talking about flowing in the lazy river and just going with the flow. I feel like she is the queen of going with the flow. And she's just got that real carefree, I don't want to say attitude, carefree energy about her. That carefree energy. And that's I mean, going with the flow, that's like the best way to be. You just kind of like, move on, move along at a nice, steady, slow pace. And, you don't hit all those waves. You don't hit all those, um, um, well, waves was what I was thinking, I guess. You just kind of just go with it. And that's awesome. So I hope that resonates with you. Devin said, change is good. Change enriches the soul. Yes, it does. Sarah said, perfect messages, Ruth. Thank you. You're welcome, Sarah. Okay. And we'll pull a card for Jerry. Whoop. That one just fell out. Okay. Okay. Two of them actually fell out for you, Jerry, so I'm just going to read you both. Self-love is crucial to your well-being. And self-love is something that most of us, if anyone's like in their 40s, 50s, whatever, we were not taught about self-love. We were taught that if you put yourself first, you're selfish and greedy. And because that's what, those generations believed, and the ones before them and before them. But self-love is not. Self-love is very crucial for our own health, for our own well-being. We have to love ourselves first before we can share that love with someone else. And along with the self-love is self-care. We have to take good care of ourselves on every level of our being, not just physical, but mental, emotional, spiritual, all of them. And the other card that fell out for you is Shine Your Light. As we raise our vibrations individually, we raise our vibrations collectively. And as we do that, as we heal, we raise our vibration. As we meditate, we raise our vibration. We do it in so many different ways. And when each one of us does that, it raises the whole group consciousness, the whole group vibration. Oh, Melissa, you are welcome. Melissa, I forget this sometimes. Melissa has a show on Fridays at 8 p.m., Joyful Findings, which is amazing. Tiffany has Spiritual Insight Sunday night at 8 p.m. Amazing. Sarah, Super Space Cookie, Monday nights, Golden Sunshine Healing, which is amazing, which I still have to finish watching, Sarah. I apologize. I had a lot of interruptions and I just haven't had a chance to finish it yet. But there's so many amazing shows. But when I see you guys on here, a lot of times I forget to mention it, and I apologize for that. And I don't think she's here, but Robin's Cosmic Soul Food is Tuesday nights. And I know I've mentioned Paige's show to you guys today, and then Carol Ann's. But I believe Carol Ann won't have her show tomorrow. Because of her computer issues. So, Anthony. Okay, let me get this other card here for Jerry real quick from the other deck. And I don't think I did. I can't remember now, but if so, you got another one. The gift of command, the throat chakra, speaking your truth, standing up for who you are, standing in your power, standing in your truth, saying what you need to say from your place of love and truth. Not just, see, with our throat chakra, we have that problem with the throat chakra. It's not just speaking up and like spewing a bunch of stuff, in anger or anything. It's speaking from a place of love. It's speaking from that place of compassion. Okay, yes. Tiffany said correct. Carol Ann, no show for Carol Ann tomorrow night. Okay, so we have Anthony. Let's see what we got for Mr. Anthony here. And don't forget, next week, guys, will be the Words of Wisdom segment with Laura Ramiro, talking about healing from love and from loss and I forgot now. Healing from loss and grief. Okay. And Anthony, Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. So there's been a lot on here tonight about forgiveness and a lot about knowing our worth and feeling our worth and knowing who we are. So just remember that, Anthony. Forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself. And we don't even have to, like, even if the person is no longer in our life, we can still forgive. Because that's what we do for ourselves, right? It's not what we do for them. So it doesn't matter if they're sorry. It doesn't, matter if they're in our life anymore. None of that matters. So we can still give ourselves that gift. And let's see the other card deck. Let's see what we got for Anthony. I am who I am, the crown chakra. And know who you are. Live in that truth. And expand that crown chakra. Let all that information come in. Feel that source light and love come in through your crown chakra. Expand it. You'll feel it when it's expanding. Sometimes, it might make your head hurt a little bit. You might feel the pressure in your head as that chakra is expanding. But fill it up. I hope that resonates with you, Anthony. Okay, if I missed anybody, please let me know. We got a couple of minutes left. And if not, then we are good. I just don't want you guys to forget about Laura next week. That'll be really awesome. The Words of Wisdom segment has been so much fun for me this year. I started that in January, and I've had somebody really awesome on every single month. It's really been amazing. And now I've got the calendar full to almost the end of the year. So I don't know if next year maybe I'll be inspired to do something else, or if that's going to continue or what we'll do. But we'll wait and see, I guess. Marcia says, I hope you continue to keep feeling better and better, Ruth. Well, thank you so much, Marcia. I appreciate that. So I'm going to pull a card for Tiffany. Oh. They're like when they stick together. Oh. Brighten your love light. Allow your inner glow to reveal itself to the world. I know your love light is so bright, Tiffany. You're just always spreading your love. And I mean, it's so easily palpable to anyone that, comes into your orbit in any way. So, they're really happy that you're doing that. And they just want you to continue. You're welcome, Tiffany. And celebrate life. Have some fun. Celebrate you. I know it doesn't have to be your birthday for you to celebrate you, right? Because life is meant to be celebrated. Don't keep those dishes that you say, oh, those are for company or whatever. Like, my grandmother did that. My mom did that. And they would get used like twice a year. No, celebrate. Use them. Let every day be that special day. Not just for you, Tiffany, but I mean for everyone. Life is too short, as they say, to not be that way, to not celebrate and have fun all the time. There's no point in being unhappy. There's no point in being miserable. But happiness does come from the inside, and nothing out here is going to make you happy. It all comes from inside. All this other stuff, you get a new car, a great job, whatever. Those are little perks. It's like the cherry on top of the ice cream, but the real ice cream is on the inside, and it comes from you. I thank everybody so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for all the love and wonderful vibes I felt from you. I'm very grateful. I hope to see you all back here next week. You guys all have a great week. I love you so much, and good night.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.